So, in manifestation and spirituality communities, I feel like there's a lot of emphasis placed on action and specifically around taking action if it feels like an inspired action, and then a lot of debate on what exactly an inspired action is, or taking action only if it feels like it's in alignment or if you're in the right vibration. And even before I learned about all of this stuff, I was already kind of prone to overthinking and analysis paralysis. And I feel like when I learned about all these teachings, it made it even more so. I was even more afraid to act and living in my head even more. And I found that one of the most powerful things that we can do is to feel the fear and do it anyway. Whether it's having a conversation or sending an email or saying what's actually on our mind instead of what we just think people want to hear. And I feel like when we do that, we're actually surrendering to God, we're surrendering to that divine intelligence and moving beyond the mind, beyond the ego, which is always trying to limit us and constrict us and micromanage everything. And we're moving as God in action. And I feel like the more we trust and the more we act, even when it's messy and even when the conditions aren't exactly perfect, the more that I found, at least, that I actually start making substantial progress towards what it is I desire, towards my goal. And at the very least, it starts to shift that dynamic. It takes you out of that stasis. And that's why I think in reality transurfing, the anomalous actions that they talk about are so powerful. So taking an anomalous action or making a bold move, doing something that would be kind of normally out of your character, what it's doing is it's taking you out of the program and it's taking you further and further into trust. And there's just something very joyful about that. And pretty soon, is what I found, at least, is that this distinction between inner and outer, and actions versus more mental activities like imagining or visualizing, all of that really starts to dissolve. All of that starts to break down, and I think we all start to recognize that really all of it is God and all of it is good.